Hi. As you can tell, no makeup today. Tank top, no bra. I'm wearing shorts. My hair's just pulled back. I'm feeling very androgynous today. My gender expression is very masculine today. I mean, hair's in a ponytail, still. And tomorrow, which is Thanksgiving for my family tomorrow, I'm gonna have to wear a dress. And that's kind of what we're gonna lead into. So, it's October. It's LGBTQ plus awareness month. It's asexual awareness is at the end of the week. National Coming Out Day is October 11th, which I believe will be Thanksgiving, so the day after this gets uploaded. But I'm going to talk about my many coming out stories. So I'll start with my parents first. So, just a little bit of background. I stopped living with my biological father when I was 12. That was a personal decision. I didn't want to live with him anymore, so I just live with my mom and my stepdad now. So, from now on, I refer to my stepdad as my dad, just to clarify things. So, in grade 7, I changed school, so I didn't have to be at the school that was near my biological dad. So I changed schools in grade 7. And then between grade 7 and grade 8, we moved. So I changed schools again for grade 8. And that's when things started getting weird. So all through grade 7, at both schools, people were constantly saying, "Oh, are you bi? Are you lesbian? Come on, just say it." Now, I was in a Catholic school, so that wasn't even something that was in my mind. It was, nope, I'm straight, I have to be straight, that's the only way that things can be, I'm straight. And then grade 8 comes, and I'm like, well, am I, though? Like, I don't really find guys all that attractive. I kind of find them annoying. And I have a lot of girlfriends, and growing up I only had guy friends because I didn't fit in with the girls, and maybe I'm not straight, and let's go with bi. Let's say I'm questioning if I'm bi. And there was an incident where someone had wrote something very nasty in one of my textbooks while I was away, and we had to open up our textbooks in class, and I saw it and I showed my teacher, and I was very upset by it. And so my teacher pulled me outside, and I said to her, "Well, basically it's getting to me because I think I might be bi." And she's like, "Okay, this will stay between us." And for legal reasons, she had to tell the principal, because if anything were to happen to me, it would have caused issues for her, and I completely understand that. Legally, she had to tell the principal. But the principal had no right to call my mother out of work into the school without notifying me and telling my mom, "Your daughter thinks that she's bi." So, and then calling me into the office after she's phoned my mom saying, "Well, be prepared when you go home tonight, your mom might want to talk to you about things." Okay. So I go home that night, and I talk to my mom about it. My mom's completely distraught on why I hadn't told her, because my mom and I have a very close bond. And I basically explained to my mom, I didn't want to tell you until I knew myself. What's the point in me telling you if tomorrow it could be back to being straight, or maybe I'm just lesbian, or maybe I'm nothing, I don't know. And at the time, asexual wasn't even an idea. So that was that. And then I changed from Catholic school to public school for high school. And grade 9, I kind of went back to thinking that I was just straight. I'm like, nah, I'm not really finding girls all that attractive in, like, that way. And I mean, I'm not finding guys attractive, but that could just be because they're all idiots. So let's just say I'm straight. And I met some really good friends in grade 9 from my phys ed class, and still friends with them today. my best friends, and I could talk to them about everything. And one of them was in GSA, which is the Gay Straight Alliance at our school. And she kept trying to convince me and our other friend to go, and we were just busy. And it was the middle of the year. We didn't want to start in the middle of the year. We're like, okay, we'll start in grade 10. Grade 10 I go, and I learn about what asexuality is. Completely did not identify with it, just because of the definition was only the definition for asexual, and I'm like, well, no, because I think people are cute, and I think that it'd be cool to have a family one day, so yep, totally not ace. Meanwhile, not knowing there are tons of subcategories. And at the time, I was just like, yep, I'm a straight ally. I'm just going to be an ally for GSA, and we're all just allies. And then there was an incident where, between grade 10 and 11, one of my friends that had joined GSA with me in grade 10 had to live with me for the summer. And my parents had already planned on going away for a week in the summer. So I was going to stay with my grandparents, but my parents couldn't force my grandparents to take care of me and my friend, so they ended up just getting another room, and my friend and I shared that room, and my parents had their room. So, kind of tagged along on my parents' getaway. My poor parents. They're great, though. And during that trip, I talked to my friend a bunch, and we kind of just talked about, like how I was feeling. Like, I don't really feel the sexual attraction, but I don't identify with being ace, because I do feel it kind of in a way, but I'm not sure. It was confusing for me. And then, in the middle of grade 11, she sends me a link to a Tumblr page that has the definition for autoqueer sexuality, and I'm like, okay, we got something. And then I had a significant other a person that was very significant to me that brought out sexual attraction from me during grade 11, and that was so confusing, because I'm like, but I don't feel this way about people. So then I started using demisexual as well, so that was interesting. And during that summer between grade 10 and 11, I had come out to my small group of friends, and I told my mom. It was easy peasy considering I'd already been outed to her in grade 8. And we just talked, and it was cool. And then at the beginning of GSA every year, we do a what's it called, with like introductions, so pronouns, and if you want to share your sexuality. So then I shared that, yep, I'm gonna start using ace, when it was about halfway through the year. I'm sorry, this is very confusing. I'm trying to get my thoughts in order. And then this past summer, I went to, I'll call it queer camp. I call it gay camp to my friends, but it's Rainbow Camp is the name of it. It's for 12 to 17, some 18-year-olds, that are LGBTQ+, children that have parents that are LGBTQ+, and siblings that have LGBTQ+ in their family. So it's for people who are, and for family members within that age that have family members. I'm sorry, it's hard to articulate. But hopefully that was easy enough to understand. Yeah, so while there, I talked to someone that was non-binary. Well, they themselves are agender, but I talked to them about being non-binary. And as soon as I got home, I told my best friend that had to stay with me. And as soon as I got home, I told my mom. And then at one of my friend's birthday parties, because her birthday's in the summer, I kind of came out there, saying, like, you know, I'm gonna start using they them pronouns, kind of realizing that I don't really feel like a female, which doesn't make sense considering I dress very feminine now compared to when I was younger, but it's how I feel, and please respect that and use my pronouns and try, please. And then this year, as soon as I started school, as soon as I started grade 12, I went and I talked to the youth and child worker at our school, Miss A. She's amazing. Go to her about everything. She's so great. And I said to her, basically, I want to change my pronouns at school. I don't like seeing things that have that little F tick on them. On my documents, I don't like seeing them around the school. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I need, like, it's something that I need to do to make my last year of high school as good as it can be. And we're changing them and talking to my teachers about it that I have this semester, and they're all chill with it. Over the summer, I came out to my brother as being within the ACE community. He was chill. He had a friend that was all sorts of things, so that was cool with him. He doesn't know the other things, though, just because it hasn't come up. Because for him, I just kind of slipped it into the conversation. And then my sister, I was talking to her about some things, and she's like, okay, enough talking about me, because we were talking about boys and stuff. Enough talking about me, time for you to tell me something. And I'm like, oh, am I going to tell you things? I was not planning on telling you things, but might as well, because you seem very cool right now. So sure, let's go ahead and tell her things. So I told her that I'm bi-pan, and by that I mean bisexual, pansexual, kind of in the middle there. I'm within the ACE community. I told her my two things, and she took a second to take it in. She's like, okay, because she didn't know what it was. And then I told her about non-binary stuff and my pronouns, and I said, that being said, please use my proper pronouns, which are they, them. And she said, okay, it's going to take me some getting used to, but sure, I'll try. And I'm like, okay. I wasn't expecting that reaction from my sister. I wasn't expecting to come out to her for at least another year, but it happened, and she was cool with it, and I think I'm very lucky that I have a family that's thus far been very, very accepting of everything. I have friends that are very accepting of everything, and I have someone that I'm very, very close to that he's working his little butt off to try and accept everything, because he knew me when my name was my birth name, and he knew me as a girl, strictly a girl. He knew that I was kind of bi, but not really. He knew that I was in the ACE community, but that didn't really affect our relationship because of him and how my relationship was with him. And he's really struggling because for him, we had 5 months where we didn't talk to each other, and for him it was, this is a new person. You're changing your first and your last name. You're changing your pronouns. And he feels like it's because of him, and it's not. Never feel like anything is your fault because someone's changing something about them. It's not. But change is always within that person. Whether or not we talked to each other for those 5 months, I still would have come to the same conclusion about myself. And so for him, he's trying really hard. He messes up all the time with my pronouns, but that's okay. I told him he can still use my birth name. I don't care, because for me, the person he knew is the same person that's name has changed. So it's not like that person and this person are different people. It's this person that he knows, just with this person's name. So I don't care if he uses that name. And yeah. Today, the last few days I've been feeling very I'll say androgynous, but I have a uniform for school, and so I have the women's shirt, which is really tight around the bust, and then there's the unisex shirts, which are really baggy and loose on me. And the last 2 days of school, it's been really cold, so I've been wearing a long sleeve shirt and the women's shirt, and I've been wearing a really thin sports bra, so there's no padding in the sports bra. Because I'm wearing so many layers, there's no need for padding. And when I wore those specific things together, my bust looked very small, and I was happy with that, which is something that's very weird for me because I've always loved my chest. I've always been very happy with having the size chest that I do. And then the last 2 days I'm kind of like, I kind of like that it looks very minimal, which is really weird. And then today I woke up and I just put this tank top on, no bra and shorts, and again I look like a very small bust just because of the way the shirt is, and it made me happy today. And I'm like, I would make a cute guy, and wait a second, I don't want to be a guy. I don't want to use he, him pronouns. And something you need to remember when coming out is that you need to come out to yourself first before you can do it to anyone else. And so today was a bit of coming out for me too, for myself. And I realized, okay, I'm just going to use non-binary, because I was using bi-gender, female and non-binary. But I'm just going to use non-binary. I'm not gender fluid, because I don't identify with being a male at all. So there's no way for that fluidity to go to that point. But my gender expression is very fluid. I can go from being very, very feminine, do my hair, do my makeup, do this and that, wear a dress and blah, 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 blah. Very stereotypical feminine things, to wearing guys' shirts and guys' shorts and having my hair back and my glasses that look a bit more masculine than my floral pink ones, and no makeup, and being happy with being very hairy legs. And so my gender expression has become very fluid, and so I'm just gonna go with being non-binary and just leave it at that for now. So that was something I had to do for myself today. Oh, and about having to wear a dress tomorrow. My grandparents don't know, and they're coming over for Thanksgiving tomorrow, so that's something that I'm going to have to force myself into a dress tomorrow to avoid having my grandfather say, "Oh, why are you wearing those clothes? Those are guys' clothes. What are you doing? Why is your hair shaved?" Because I have the sides shaved. And I'm probably going to have to keep my hair down and so that it covers it, and wear makeup so that it's less obvious that something's different. And that might not be something that I want to do tomorrow. Tomorrow I might want to go around tank top, no bra, shorts, no makeup. But that's something that I have to deal with because my grandparents don't know, and although my grandmother would probably be okay with it, my grandfather is very old-fashioned, and that's not something that's okay with him. Another coming out. I'm sorry, this is a very rambly video. It was very spur of the moment. I was gonna do my makeup and wax and do my hair and get all ready, and I'm like, nope, not feeling it today, and I have to film today because I need to post this for tomorrow, so I have to do all the editing, and I'm not gonna have time tomorrow because I have family coming over for Thanksgiving. So, very spur of the moment, and I felt really in the mood to just get this out there because of how I was feeling today. And yeah, I think this talking into a camera when I know that there are 30 plus people on the other side that are gonna watch it, it's scary, but they're therapeutic at the same time. It's like our diaries, Elizabeth, Justine, and I. It's like a diary. We're cataloging these very significant moments in our life to you guys, and you guys are going through the same thing, or have gone through the same thing, or might go through the same thing in the future, and it's so important to have someone that feels the same way as you. So I know very few of you, if any, feel the same way as me, because I'm not just ace or autocore sexual or demisexual, like Elizabeth is asexual and Justine is asexual and aromantic. I'm many, many things in the LGBTQ plus community, and it's hard to pick out which pieces of things are from each thing. But if someone comes along and feels like I'm ace, but I'm also genderqueer, then they have someone that's talking about it. Or I'm ace, but I'm also pansexual. They have someone that's talking about it. Or I'm pansexual, but I'm also genderqueer. They have someone that's talking about it. I have unique experiences because of all my different parts that are in, and my parents are great, my family's great, so I'm very, very lucky. But it's important to have people that you know are going through the same thing as you. Again, sorry for all the rambling. Just trying to get my thoughts out there. The last 2 videos I had everything like pretty much written out completely, and this time I just felt, because it's the coming out one, let's just get it all out there, see where I go with things, and hope for the best. Okay, so Justine's video will be next week. If you haven't seen Elizabeth's video, I'll link it down below. All of our other videos and playlists are linked down below as well. And I'll link Justine's once hers is uploaded. And that's all for now. Bye.